Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Seton Catholic High School here in Chandler, Arizona. It's round one of the AIA 3A baseball playoffs, where the Seton Catholic Sentinels will host the prospectors of Apache Junction. We'll jump right into it, as this will be Connor Trisolaire. He will lead off against Max Peterson. And just like that, first pitch is a called strike at 3:55 Arizona time. This is a 12 against a 5. The Seton Catholic Sentinels are ranked 5th, thus them getting the home game. The 0-1 pitch is a called strike, 0-2. Anthony Remedios will call the balls and strikes. Richard Honegger has the base paths. 0-2 is too far outside to Trisolaire, first baseman for the prospectors. Trisolaire is a junior. The toss from Peterson is blooped into the glove of the third baseman Stevenson for out number 1. 1 gone, and let's set the defense for the Seton Catholic Sentinels, as yes, they are skippered by Brian Stevenson. You've got Brady Stevenson, he's the third baseman. Ruiz at shortstop, second baseman Chase Rees, and Jax Minnis is the first baseman. First pitch to Aiden De Leon is cut on miss, 0-1. Outfield Brown, Ferentz, and Donovan left to right. Next pitch, he took something off of that, 2 strikes as Peterson moving in a hurry. Some slick uniforms by AJ. Peterson, 0-2 is outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. De Leon, a good hitter. He's at 324. He has a home run with 9 runs batted in. Peterson sets. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's K number 1 for Peterson. That's what you want to open up a postseason game. You get Max Peterson, the senior, ready to deal. Hitter number 3 standing in the front of the batter's box. That's Dylan Hunsinger. First pitch outside, 1-0. Strong lefty hitter again. He stands in the front of the box. That toss is in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. Hunsinger batting .509 on the year. Yeah, that's impressive, folks. 3 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Swing, and that is hit foul off on the left side of play. 2 balls and 1 strike just underway here at Seton Catholic High School. Peterson retired the first 2. Hunsinger awaits the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He actually tipped that pitch, so it's 2-2. Hunsinger very comfortable in that batter's box. Here's a 2-2. Swing, and he pops that foul. You can tell he has some power. Hits the ball very easy, very comfortable in the box. That's why he's in that 3-hole. Third meeting of the year between these two teams. Seton Catholic won the first 2. Swing, and it's hit on the ground to the shortstop, Ruiz. He fields it cleanly and throws on the first in time for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Peterson. We played a half inning from Chandler. Prospectors nothing. The Sentinels coming to bat. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Peterson set this side down in order in the visiting first. Here we are in the bottom. It will be Ruiz, Stevenson, and Chase Rees, first three, to take on Dylan Hunsaker, the left-hander for Apache Junction. This is his senior season. And for all those seniors in the back of their head, this could be their last game. Winner moves on Saturday, and we'll start to get into the rest of the postseason. Ruiz settles in, 300 batting average, lefty to righty. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Ruiz at 300, 13 runs batted in on the season. He throws hard, but it misses, 2-0. 375 to dead center, 333 down the right field line. We're positioned just off to the left of home plate. Here's the 2-0. And that's in the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. Playoff baseball here at the home of the Sentinels. Two-one, and that's there again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seton Catholic's uniforms, kind of the style of the old Houston Astros. 2-2. Low, and that is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Both teams, as you could imagine, are essentially at the railing of that dugout. Meeting number 3 between these two teams. The payoff pitch. Swing, and that's fouled straight back. Back on the 25th of March at Apache Junction, Seton Catholic won that game 9-3. They broke it open late, 3 runs in the 6th and 4 runs in the 7th. And then here on April 11th, they shut out the Prospectors 11-0. 3 runs in the 1st and 4 in the 2nd set the tone. Pitches upstairs, ball 4. Hunsaker just missed, so Ruiz will work out the walk. Leadoff man on, and here is a senior, Brady Stevenson. Stevenson getting the start at third base today. We've seen him on the mound over the course of this season. Toss over to first. Interesting move by Hunsaker. Lefties traditionally have a tough pickoff move, at least tougher than righties, as Ruiz adds another step to the lead. He shows bunt, and that is over the plate, 0-1. Seton Catholic as a team hitting .283. Shows they put the ball in play, they get the timely hits. They were 18-9 during the regular season. Another throw over to first, very close. Time called by the Prospectors. Third baseman Rhett Ruiz tying his shoe. He's in on the grass, looking to cut off a potential sacrifice bunt. 0-1, he shows bunt. It's on the inner half of the dish, 0-2. Coach Stevenson is actually going to call timeout. He wants to discuss that. What I like about what Coach Stevenson is doing, he's doing very mild-manneredly, just having a simple discussion with the umpire, wanting to know where that pitch is. Hey, did my hitter get the bat back in time? Just trying to understand what the umpire is seeing. That's all the difference in the world in a manager doing the right thing. Not demonstrative at all, just very professional-like. And that's what this Seton Catholic team and the school is all about. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Stevenson for his first K of the game. Good sinker by the hard-throwing lefty. This brings up another left-hander, Chase Rees. So you've got two Ruiz and a Rees playing in this game. Straight up stance. First pitch is not going to happen. They'll throw over to first. Ruiz, the Sentinel second baseman, hitting .321 on the season. First pitch is hit foul, 0-1. Now, if you're Hunsaker as a lefty, you want to establish that pickoff move early. You want to get away with as much as you can because, again, you have the advantage, but you don't want the balk. 0-1 is hit in the air right field. Going back is Lish. That's in the gap, but Lish will run it down for the second out of the inning. Johnny Lish tracking it down. 2 gone, and this will bring up Jax Minnis. Minnis, the senior, at .317. Pair of homers, 24 runs batted in. Leads the squad in run production. First pitch, it's hard. It's a ball, though, 1-0. As we said, third meeting of the season. There goes the runner. He got a late break. The pitch is a called strike, but there will be no throw. Clean stolen base for Jason Ruiz. And now Seton Catholic has a runner in scoring position. One fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Playoff baseball. Winner gets to play on Saturday against either Gilbert Christian or the Minotaur of Odyssey Institute. Site to be determined. So much is going to go on in the next 2 hours. We'll break it down, but this is round 1, and round 2 definitely is on Saturday. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is complete. A pair of strikeouts for the southpaw. No runs, no hits, no errors, and there was a man left. We played 1 full. Scoreless here at Seton Catholic. This is Sentinel Baseball. Neither team pushed across a run in the first inning. We'll begin the top half of the second inning. Rhett Ruiz, Jaden Montalvo, followed by Dylan Blackwood. First 3 hitters to face Max Peterson. Rhett Ruiz, the senior, playing third base. Peterson working out of the set. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good curveball. 0-2. I'll say Ruiz has a lot of things going on in his back pockets. He's got the batting glove in his right back pocket, something else coming out of the left back pocket, but he digs in and he fouls it off towards the first base dugout. Count stays at 2 strikes. Two strikes on the hitter. 0-2, he goes fishing for strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Peterson. 1 gone. This brings up Jaden Montalvo. Montalvo, a tough hitter. 385 batting average. And he's got the rag flowing from his back right hip pocket. First pitch fouled off of his shin, 0-1, and he does have the shin guard around his left leg. 0-1. There you get a look at his uniform makeup. I'll say it's been a while since I've seen monochromatic uniforms, top and bottom, for a high school baseball team that's not white. 0-1, good pitch, 0-2. Team earned run average for Seton Catholic, 336. Oh, 2 hit on the ground, diving stop by Stevenson from one knee. He throws on the first for the second out of the inning. Great defensive play by Stevenson. And I'll tell you, these two teams, as we know, they have played each other twice. They know each other very well. Dylan Blackwood will hit one on the ground again to Stevenson. He will take the long throw to first, and that is in plenty of time for the final out of the inning. Peterson has retired 6 in a row. We'll move to the last of the second. Scoreless. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. T. Del Rosario, P.J. Rafford, followed by Noah Donovan. First 3 hitters to face Dylan Hunsiger here in the home half of the second inning. And as I was pushing towards the top of the inning in a sense of talking to both managers, they both feel good about this matchup, as they should. The challenge is when you've seen each other twice during the regular season, when you get to play them in the playoffs, it becomes nip and tuck. First toss, swing and a miss. Del Rosario at 319, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in. Kind of like the NFL in a sense. You don't necessarily want to play a division opponent in the playoffs, especially not early. 0-1, the bunt is going to go in and out of the glove of the pitcher. He throws on the first, not in time. Infield single by Del Rosario. First hit of the game by either team. Hunsiger gave it a really good effort, and we're going to have Garrett Miller be the courtesy runner here in inning number 2. And in high school, you rarely call them the pinch runner because they're not coming out of the game, but Garrett Miller is a catcher. Usually the pitcher or catcher comes out when they get on base. Rafford at 278, senior. First pitch, good push bunt on the right side of the infield. That's in no man's land, and that is going to be a base hit. Perfectly placed. You can't place a baseball any better than that on a bunt attempt. Single for Rafford. Miller takes second. And now for the Seton Catholic Sentinels, they are in business. Noah Donovan to the plate. Donovan, the sophomore. First pitch, bunt shown again, and it hits him. He's going to sprint down to first base, and now the sacks are full. Miller to third, Rafford to second, Donovan at first, and the catcher, Montalvo, he's going to go out and have a quick word with Dylan Hunsaker, his battery mate. Joe Ferentz, the hitter. This is the postseason. This is where you have to get at least one run in this inning, preferably two if you are in that Seton Catholic dugout. Sacks full, no one out. First pitch sails away, 1-0. Great bunt by Rafford, just really terrific. One-0. Up and in, 2 balls and no strikes. And the last time we were with you, it was T. Del Rosario who drew a bases-loaded walk against Coolidge to wrap things up in the regular season. Last of the 7th, the walk-off walk scored Nathan Mulligan. Small ball will win you a lot of games. 2-0. Very high, gets away from the catcher, but it takes the good roll back to him. But the count sails to 3 balls and no strikes. If you're Joe Ferentz, you probably take at least 1 pitch, maybe even 2. Hunsaker has had some issues finding the plate in this frame. And there is the strike, 3-1. Hitter's pitch coming up to Joe Ferentz. Outside ball 4, and Joe Ferentz picks up the walk. He gets the run batted in as Miller comes in to score, giving Seton Catholic the 1-0 advantage. Rafford to third, Donovan to second. And before Josh Brown will step to the plate, we'll have a meeting on the mound. And if you are the Apache Junction prospectors, you just chat. It's very early in the game. You've got your ace on the hill. You just talk about some things. You talk about some situational baseball. Hey, if it's a comeback, you come home. Hey, if it's a sac fly, hey, we may or may not concede the run depending on how deep the ball is hit. Anthony Remedios, the plate umpire, he's going to go out and actually I thought he was going to walk past the hill, but he's going to stop at the mound. I thought he was going to have a conversation with his fellow umpire. Bases loaded. Josh Brown at the plate. One run already in for Seton Catholic. They banged out a couple hits. First pitch is over the plate, strike 1. And I say they banged out a couple of hits. In reality, they've both been bunt singles. But that's okay. When you look at the scorebook, a hit is a hit. It moves the runners along. And they throw over to first, and they get him. That's a good, clean pickoff. Ferentz is caught, 1-3. Could be a big momentum boost for Hunsaker. First baseman Trisolier was playing off the bag, and they sort of caught Ferentz napping. Solid defensive play. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And those are the things you talk about on the hill if you're Apache Junction. That's exactly what they did. They got the out at first. 2 strikes on the hitter. Swing fouled off. Glad you could join us this afternoon. Earlier today, cloudy, damp, certainly not sunny the way it is now. But it is time for some postseason baseball. All roads lead to Tempe Diablo Stadium. 0-2. Could not hold up. That should be strike three. Yes, they appealed to the second base umpire. I've never understood that. The home plate umpire should probably take that himself, but that is strike three. So 2 gone. We'll move to the top of the order for Jason Ruiz, who worked out a walk to lead off the game. First pitch, ball 1. Ruiz digs in. Hunsiker trying to get out of this jam. 1-0, breaks over the dish. 1 ball and 1 strike. Terrific angles. Definitely want to thank Paulo Hutchison for really bringing us into this game. Angles from center field, from third base. Just overall real good quality work. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitcher is set. Swing, and he hits that in the air center field, and it is caught by Sherman for the final out of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and there were 2 men left. We played 2 full, 1-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Top half of inning number 3, the Sentinels pushed across a run in the bottom of the second. They have the 1-0 advantage. Max Peterson set to face Austin Mead, the designated hitter for the Apache Junction Prospectors. 13-10 on the year for the Prospectors. First pitch, 0-1. Mead is a senior. Oh-1 is hit foul off of the front of the third base dugout occupied by the Sentinels. 0-2. As you take a look at Mead getting into the box, you can see that his shoes, his baseball shoes, essentially matched the uniform. 0-2. Outside, 1-2. One-two, bouncing ball again on that third base side. There you see T. Del Rosario ready to throw the ball somewhere. He gives it back to the umpire as the foul ball was returned over to Peterson. One-two. Swing, and that is hit in the air down the left field line. Giving chase is Brown. It's foul. In that 9-3 victory that Seton had over Apache Junction, Drew Campagna got the win in relief. In the 11-0 victory, it was P.J. Rafford who got the complete game shutout. He struck out 8. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the third K of the game for Peterson. He's got the ball moving very, very well. And this brings up the center fielder, Austin Sherman. Sherman, a senior, 281 batting average. Shin guard around the left leg, straight up stance. First pitch, and that is lined into the glove of the second baseman, Rees, for out number 2. Two gone. This brings up Isaiah Carranza, another senior. Senior heavy lineup for AJ. They've won 3 consecutive games. Carranza at 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. First pitch, he goes fishing, 0-1. I'll say that Peterson has certainly thrown the ball well, kept it low. We've seen a lot of those golf swings out of the AJ hitters. 0-1. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball and 1 strike. So you can see we're in the top of the 3rd. Next pitch, too far outside. Many of the prospectors have bleached their hair. And a lot of playoff teams do some type of mantra, whether it's a mustache growth or hair bleaching or anything that teenagers will do these days. Shows team unity, though. I think it's actually kind of cool, whatever they do. 2-2. Swing fouled off. The Prospectors, their last playoff game, May 2nd of 2017. They lost at Canyon del Oro 6-5. 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. 4 strikeouts in this contest for Max Peterson. We'll move to the last of the 3rd. 1-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Home half of inning number 3, a couple of bunt singles in the home second inning gave Seton Catholic the 1-0 advantage. They're looking to add another run or 2. Of course, in a playoff game, the more runs, the merrier, that's for sure. Stevenson was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Hunsaker kicks and deals. First pitch is a strike. Brady Stevenson headed over to Mesa Community College next year. 0-1. Good push bunt. Third baseman Ruiz fields. The throw on to first is in time, as that will be the covering second baseman Blackwood. So technically that's a 5-4 put out. And I'll say for Stevenson and the Sentinels, they like playing the small ball, the bunt, and I feel maybe they've seen something today which is even pushing the issue more for the bunt. Getting some of those prospector players out of position, and it has worked. Chase Rees in the batter's box. First pitch, ball 1. Rees fly to right first time up. That's a ball, 2-0. Rees sporting the high Red Sox, 2-0. Low, 3 balls and no strikes. I'll definitely say that the Sentinels have made Hunsaker work today. Whether it's the push bunt getting the pitcher off the hill a little bit more, making him throw a lot of pitches. The toss, and that is low, ball 4. That is walk number 3 issued by Dylan Hunsaker. 3 walks and a hit by pitch. Jax Minnis to the plate. Minnis struck out to end the first inning. Rees leading away at first. The pitch is a strike on the inner half of the plate, 0-1. You get a great look, picture in picture. Seeing the runner lead away at first as well as the batter. And that's a strike as well, 0-2. Menace has hit over 300 this season. Throw over to first. He's back. As we said, Hunsaker has a really good move with runners on base. He doesn't do that full stretch, either to the plate or to first base. That's what makes it so effective. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He tipped it into the glove of Montalvo. 4 strikeouts for Hunsaker. 2 gone for T. Del Rosario. Del Rosario singled in the second inning. Another quick throw to first. It gets away from the first baseman, Tri Soler, and streaking to second will be Chase Rees. That will be an E1. And now Del Rosario has a runner in scoring position. Now a bunt single probably won't score Rees, but a clean single to the outfield probably would. The pitch goes after it and comes up empty. 0-1. They get to take a look at Rees off of second. Bat on the shoulder of Del Rosario. Very hard pitch, but it's upstairs. You've got a couple of coaches' sons playing in this game. Dylan Hunsaker and Brady Stevenson. Cool to see. 1-1. In the dirt, gets past the catcher, and that will advance Rees to third. Wild pitch, and now the runner is just 90 feet away. Rosario steps in, the count to his advantage. It'll be a full wind from Hunsaker. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. We're in the home third. Swing, and that is lined foul. Great shot of the school of Seton Catholic, one of the academic buildings behind right center field. Right here in the corner of Dobson and Ray. Good stuff. Welcome to Chandler, Arizona, everyone. 2-2 is too far outside. Count runs full. Winner, as we said, will get to play on Saturday in the quarterfinal round against either Odyssey Institute or Gilbert Christian. Payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Del Rosario draws the pass. And I would imagine we would see Garrett Miller come into courtesy run. And indeed, it will be Garrett Miller as he did so in the second inning. Speeds the game up a little bit for a pitcher or a catcher to not run. Now, every now and then you will see a pitcher or a catcher, in particular pitchers sometimes, they don't want a pinch runner or courtesy runner. Sometimes they have no choice. Got to do what's best for the team, but at the same time, every now and then you'll see that. P.J. Rafford at the plate had the perfect bunt single in the last inning. Comes up empty this time. Rafford, as we mentioned, was the winning pitcher in their meeting on April 11th. Complete game. Struck out 8. Pitcher steps off. Quick pitch, and it's a ball. Base hit would be big here as we approach the middle innings of these games. Get the feeling that we may not see a blowout. It is the postseason after all. Swing, and that is popped up. Is it playable? It is not going to be playable. It's about 5 rows into the seats. We mentioned these two teams know each other very well, so it's a scenario of, all right, hey, you get a couple runs, and that becomes bigger than it actually is. Hunsaker steps off. Seton Catholic knows how to win those tight games. Now they have the runner potentially picked off, and he's not going to get picked off. Garrett Miller will just jog down to second. Interesting scenario there. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and that's fouled off. Got to give him a stolen base there. He just basically said, hey, I'm going to go to second, try to get me. And obviously a little bit easier when you have a runner at third, but at the same time, now there's 2 ducks out there on the pond. The senior DH in the batter's box. 1-2 is a called strike 3, and the inning is over. Hunsaker gets the big strikeout when he needs to. He's fanned 5. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on. We played 3 full, 1-0 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Top of the 4th, top of the order for the prospectors of Apache Junction. Connor Trisolier, the hitter, popped up to the third baseman to open up the game. Max Peterson delivers. First pitch, and that is hit in the air left field. Camped under it is Josh Brown for out number 1. So Trisolier has pulled the ball twice, but it's been caught twice. 1 away for Aiden De Leon. De Leon, a senior, he was the first strikeout victim for Peterson in the first inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, 1. In the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. One outside, 2-1. De Leon settles in. 2-1 on its way. Swing, and he hits that in the air left field. Backing up is Josh Brown. He's very comfortable out there for out number 2. Next batter will be the primary opposition. I say primary in a sense that he's the senior pitcher for Apache Junction. Dylan Hunsiger, he grounded to short first time up. First pitch, and that is poked into right field. That's a base hit, and Hunsiger shows why he is a .500 hitter. 2-out base runner, and I believe this is going to be Decker Castillo, who initially was going to come out to pinch run or courtesy run, but Hunsiger's going to stay out there. And that's what we said. Sometime a pitcher or a catcher is going to say, hey, no, I want to stay out. Ruiz struck out to begin inning number 2. First pitch, fouled off 0-1. And if you're a Hunsiger, why not? You're a senior. You've had a great year. You want to be out there as long as you could. This could be his last game as he breaks for second. The pitch is inside. The throw down the second is not in time. Stolen base for Dylan Hunsiger. And now it's the Prospectors who have a runner in scoring position. Again, it's just a 1-0 advantage. One, and that is poked into shallow center field. Here comes Ferentz, and he is not going to be able to handle the baseball, and that will be an E8. RBI Ruiz connects for the single. Hunsiger comes in to score, and it's a 1-1 game. Technically not a run batted in because Hunsiger was not looking to score on that play, but the miscue by the center fielder allows the run to come in. Jaden Montalvo, the batter. Montalvo 0 for 1, he grounded to third. First pitch, and that is banged into the glove of the shortstop Ruiz for the final out of the inning. One run on 2 hits, 1 error, and there was 1 left. We'll move to the last of the 4th. 1-1 game. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Prospectors get on the board in their half of the 4th inning. The Sentinels looking to answer. It'll be the bottom third of the order for Seton Catholic. Donovan, Ferentz, and Brown, first 3. Noah Donovan was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. First pitch, he blows it past Donovan, 0-1. And a pitcher like Hunsiger, you don't want to give him that new life. Now he's got the momentum on his side. He's been already pitching well, but now it's tied. 0-1 popped up, and that is going to be out of play. Hunsiker ahead of Donovan, 2 strikes. While we have said that Seton Catholic has defeated Apache Junction twice this season, they're on a 10-game winning streak against the Prospectors. 0-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The last time the Prospectors beat the Sentinels, the year was 2008. So yes, some of these guys weren't born yet. It was an 11-10 game. 1-2. Swing, and he stays with it. It's a foul ball. So yes, Seton Catholic has defeated Apache Junction 10 straight times, going back 17 years. One, two. Oh, that froze Donovan for his 6th strikeout of the game. 1 gone. Joe Ferentz walked with the bases loaded, and that scored Garrett Miller. It's been the only offense that Seton Catholic has been able to muster in this game. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Ferentz on the year against Apache Junction is 3 for 6. So he hits the Prospectors pitching very well. 0-1. Gets the knees once again, and Hunsiker is ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Hunsiker. That's 7 in this game. And between walks and strikeouts, it's been 6 consecutive batters who have not put the ball in play. Here's Josh Brown, struck out in the 2nd inning. First pitch outside, 1-0. Brown, a senior. One-0 is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Round 1 of the postseason. All roads lead to Tempe Diablo Stadium. 2-0 is high, 3 balls and no strikes. That championship would be at 4 p.m. on Monday, May 19th. A lot of baseball to be played before then, though, that's for sure. You got to earn your way to get to that stadium. 3-0, he looks at a strike, 3-1. Three-1 is low, ball 4. Brown works out the walk. 2 gone. Jason Ruiz to the plate. Ruiz walked and stole 2nd in the 1st inning. He's also flied to center. Junior looks down at Brian Stevenson, the third base coach / manager. Head coach, you could say also. First pitch, he looks it over, but it's over the plate, strike 1. 0-1, there goes the runner. The pitch is in the dirt for a ball, but taking second on the head-first slide is Jason Ruiz. Josh Brown. Stolen base. One ball, 1 strike. Runner at second. Fouled off, 1-2. Home of the Sentinels. There you see the playoff crowd behind the plate. Apache Junction has bought some fans as well. They're east, straight out I-60. Actually, it's not I-60, Route 60, Road 60, whatever you'd like to call it. Swing and a miss, strike three, and slapping the tag is Montalvo on to Ruiz for the 8th strikeout of the game. Hunsaker is grooving. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We're tied at 1 after 4. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Dylan Blackwood will begin the visiting 5th inning. 1-1 game. This is playoff baseball. This is that road. Blackwood looks at the pitch low, 1-0. Bounced out to third base to end the 2nd inning. 1-0, fouled off, 1 ball and 1 strike. The way it would shake out with Seton Catholic being the 5 seed and Apache Junction being the 12 seed. 1-1, looped foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the other side is Odyssey Institute, the 13, and Gilbert Christian, the 4 seed. If Gilbert Christian wins that game, they would host the winner of this game. Pitcher comes to a set, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And now it's Max Peterson getting back on that strikeout board. He's got 5. 1 gone for Aiden Mead. Mead struck out to begin the 3rd inning. Another senior. Comes up empty, 0-1. If Odyssey Institute were to defeat Gilbert Christian, then the winner of this game would host the Minotaur. 1 ball and 1 strike. Peterson sets, comes home. Swing, bouncing ball coming our way, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But I'll say this, winning cures all. You got to win this game to even think about who your next opponent is. One-two, popped up foul. Hits that welcome tent. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As always, so much going on this Seton Catholic campus. Yes, you've got a playoff game right here. You also have the football team who is in the midst of spring practice adjacent to the baseball field. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 6 strikeouts for Peterson. 2 gone for Austin Sherman. Sherman lined out to Chase Rees in inning number 3. Center fielder steps in. Fools, or he gets fooled by Peterson, 0-1. Peterson mixes speeds well. 0-1, and that is lined off of the right field facade, 0-2. So for Peterson, he has the hitter where he wants him to be. in the hole, 2 strikes. 1-1 game. 0-2 is hit on the ground past the second baseman, Rees, into right field. 2-out single for Austin Sherman. And this brings up Isaiah Carranza. The Prospectors pushed across a run after 2 are out in the 4th. They're trying to do the same here in the 5th. Carranza, the senior, struck out to end the 3rd inning. First pitch outside, 1-0. These two teams truly battling. It's playoff baseball. For the team that comes up short, their season is over. 1-0 inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Fouled off, 2-1. And for Seton Catholic, you really want to get out of this inning without a run scored because you start to have the top of the order coming up. Obviously, Carranza is the number 9 hitter. You also want to just have an at-bat not trailing. Throw over to first, nothing doing. She said the Prospectors have won 3 in a row. They were 10-10 at one point, but they've won 3 straight to get to this round. Called strike. 2-2. Really good crowd to our left, to our right, as you can see, right behind home plate as well. Throw over to first. Closer play, but the count stays at 2-2. Blocked by Del Rosario, and the count runs full. And now you will see Austin Sherman on the move. 3-2 with 2 outs. That's what you do. There goes the runner, and the pitch is punched into and out of the glove of the shortstop Ruiz. All hands are safe. I believe that's going to be an E6. 2 men on, 2 outs, and here comes the head coach, Brian Stevenson. Going to have a chat with his hurler. And this is where you just talk about some things. First and second with 2 out, you had the first 2 men out. By rights, he should have been out of this inning already. But now you're facing the top of the order. Connor Trisolaire is the hitter. 0 for 2. Now remember, he's pulled the ball twice. He popped up to third base and flied to left. Peterson deals. Swing, and he fouls that off 0-1. As we said, the last playoff game for Apache Junction was May 2nd, 2017. They went down to Tucson and lost 6-5 to Canyon del Oro. So that's 8 years, over 8 years since their last playoff game. 0-1, low, 1-1. This is what you like to see, 2 region opponents getting after it. Nice crowd. 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Trisolaire, the junior. There's 2 runners on. Sherman at second, Carranza at first. 2-1. Swing, bouncing ball right back to the pitcher. Peterson will underhand lob it to Minnis, and the inning is complete. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. There were 2 men left. We'll move to the last of the 5th. 1-1 game. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Home half of the 5th inning. Brady Stevenson, Chase Reeves, and Jax Minnis, first 3 to face Dylan Hunsiker, who has been grooving. 1-1 game. Winner moves on. Stevenson 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. First pitch comes up empty, 0-1. Senior against senior. 0-1, 1-1. It's turned into a great day. If you remember, probably around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, very cloudy, a sprinkle here and there depending on where you were in the valley. 1-1, low, 2-1. But gradually over the course of the afternoon, even during setup, it was like, okay, hey, we think we can get this game in, and the sun is out. 2-1. Bouncing ball foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stevenson, as we said, he's off to Mesa Community College next year, MCC. 2-2. High, 3-2. We just love when we get to talk about the student athletes going to the next level, regardless of how high they go or where they go. To be able to go to college, that's awesome. 3-2, fouled in and out of the glove of the catcher Montalvo. Stevenson stays alive. Three-two. Ball 4, leadoff man is on for the Seton Catholic Sentinels. Chase Reeves is the hitter. The last 9 Sentinels have either walked or struck out. Reeves 0 for 1. He walked in the 3rd. Good push bunt on the third base side, and it is going to roll foul. I'll definitely say the Sentinels know how to lay down a bunt. They know how to mix that in. As we said, just small ball has the ability to win you a lot of games. We saw a perfectly well-placed bunt by P.J. Rafford in the 2nd inning. 0-1. Third baseman in on the grass. The pitch. Good push bunt again on the first base side, and that is going to be picked up and thrown to first. All hands are safe. Infield single for Reeves. And now the Sentinels have 2 men on with no one out. and their leading run producer at the plate. Minnis has fanned twice, however.
Let's go, Jax! Hey, let's go, Seton, baby!
Hunsaker deals. Bunt is shown. It sails to the backstop. Taking third on the play is Brady Stevenson. Staying at first is Rees, but now Seton Catholic has runners at the corners. No one out. And it looks like we are going to have Nathan Mulligan. He is going to courtesy run at third base. So we will certainly enter his name in the scorecard. Mulligan has some speed. It's a big reason why he is going to pinch run, courtesy run. Minnis digs in. Corner infielders are in. First pitch. I should say the next pitch is a ball 2-0. For Minnis, the big scenario here is put the ball in play. You're forcing AJ to do something with it. 2-0 is over the dish, 2-1. Middle infielders are playing back. And the way this game is going, you don't mind a double play if Mulligan scores. Bunt attempt is being shown, and now they will try to fool Mulligan. That's the thing. You want to get the fielders out of position. Seton Catholic does that very well. Hunsaker steps off, and they throw over to third, covering shortstop. Nothing happening there. Carranza sneaking in over at third. Seton Catholic, as we said, they made the postseason a year ago. And there's a push bunt, and it is in front of home plate. Sliding in safely is Nathan Mulligan with the 2-1 advantage. Base hit for Jax Minnis, and this bunt scenario that Stevenson has really created in this Seton Catholic culture is amazing. Rees takes second. Minnis with the base hit, the RBI single. Sentinels on top, and now Del Rosario is at the plate. And that is a ball, and it gets past the catcher. All hands are safe. Wild pitch allows Rees to take third. Minnis to second. And this is where Seton Catholic has to score another run. 1-0. Ball 2-1. And when I say have to, if you're a deep playoff team, you convert on these chances. 2-0 upstairs, 3-0. Great camera work as we see Chase Rees wandering off of third. You get a shot at Minnis at second. Full one for Hunsaker. Ball 4, and the sacks are full of Sentinels. Rees stays at third, Minnis to second. Del Rosario at first, but I believe we'll see probably a courtesy runner in the form of Garrett Miller, and we are. We may even see a pitching change as well. And we see the big meeting on the mound. Now I'll say Hunsaker, both Hunsakers, obviously Derek the manager and Dylan the senior pitcher, they're willing to put this Apache Junction team on their back and roll with it. Just good hard-nosed baseball, and props to Dylan Hunsaker. You can see he is doing as best he can. And every player is going to have that star pitcher, that guy who stands out, virtually every team, I should say. And in this case, it is Hunsiker. But he's surrounded by some good ones, some high averages. We've seen some good fielding. P.J. Rafford to the plate. Rafford hits A.J. well, 3 for 6 on the year, 1 for 2 in this game. Infield is in for the Prospectors. First pitch is low, 1-0. Rees, Minnis, and Miller, third, second, and first. One-0 is banged into and out of the glove of the third baseman, and they will throw home for the force play. So that will go as a 5-2 put out. Rees is eliminated. Minnis takes third. Miller to second. Rafford hit the ball very, very hard. And sometimes really that's all you can do. You hit the ball hard and you hit into a force play. Noah Donovan, he's not put the ball in play yet tonight or this afternoon. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. Donovan was hit by a pitch and was caught looking in the fourth. Now the middle infielders drop back, as you can see, for the Prospectors. Oh, 1 is hit up the middle into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Miller, and they are going to make a play at third base, and they will nail P.J. Rafford trying to go from first to third, or do they? They're going to call time for a minute, but now we see the Mandra Stevenson going out, and he's going to have a quick chat with the base umpire. Let's see exactly what they're going to call here. And they're going to say safe. Umpire gave that initial out call. 2 umpires are figuring things out. We can say that Minnis scored and Miller scored, that's for sure. Donovan will get credit for the single. He's standing at first. It's a matter of where Rafford is. And I do like the fact that the umpires are trying to get this play right. You see Montalvo, the catcher, standing essentially on the pitcher's mound. Doesn't matter how long it takes, you just want to get the play right. It's a 4-1 advantage. And they are going to say that Rafford is safe at third. Wow, that's a big play right there. Big play. And you're hearing the Apache Junction crowd getting into it a little bit, as they should. That's a tough call. This is a playoff game. The initial call was out at third. They changed the call, and he should be mad. Derek Hunsiker should be upset at what's happening. His thing is, he's saying that the base umpire called him out. Tough break for Apache Junction. Donovan gets credit for the 2-run single. So you've got Rafford at third, Donovan at first. Joe Ferentz is the hitter. And if you're Dylan Hunsiker, you just have to shake that off. You caught a bad break. At the same time, you still have a job to do. Ferentz has not put the ball in play tonight. This afternoon, it's still broad daylight. Walked and struck out. Pitch is a called strike, and taking second is Noah Donovan. We'll give him the stolen base. 4-1 contest. Ferentz digs in. Swing, and that's banged into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Stopping at third is Donovan. Coming in to score is Rafford, and it's now a 5-1 advantage. RBI single for Ferentz. Big sticks coming out late. Josh Brown, the batter, he struck out and has walked. Runners at the corners again. Just 1 gone. Brown shows bunt. Corner infielders are charging, but nothing happening. Seton Catholic has defeated Apache Junction 10 consecutive times. And with this big inning, trying to make it an 11th. 1-0 inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Hunsaker sets. Comes home. It's over the plate, 2-1. This has been a 4-run 5th for Seton Catholic, the red and gold. Called strike. Hunsaker looks in at his battery mate Montalvo. The pitch, very high, and now the count runs full. Would not be surprised to see Joe Ferentz on the move at 3-2. At this point, you send him. 3-2, you're up by 4 runs. Got the momentum going. And there he goes. He stumbles both. Now they have a play at the plate. He's safe. Wow. Another close play. They stumbled. When I say they stumbled, Ferentz stumbled. Then they went to get the runner hustling home in the form of Donovan. And Donovan scores, making it 6-1. And now we're going to see again Apache Junction just having a word with the plate umpire, Anthony Remedios. Ferentz took second on the play. Really getting things in motion are the Sentinels here. Runner down at second. Ball 4. I'll say Hunsaker has some pickoff move. He definitely does. He picked me off on that last play, as the 9th man to hit in this inning is Jason Ruiz. Walked, fly to center, and struck out. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. Still just 1 away. Turning point in this game of P.J. Rafford being called safe at third. Definitely has extended the inning, taken the momentum away from A.J. Bunt shown again, 0-1, upstairs 1-1. And I shouldn't even say the momentum. Basically, it took a little bit of life. Anytime a questionable call doesn't go your way, Again, this is teenagers. We're not dealing at the major league level. These guys get rattled a little bit. They're human. 1-1. Bunt is going to end up in the hands of Montalvo. 2 outs in the inning. And Brady Stevenson, who started off this frame with a walk, he'll bat for the second time in this inning. Ferentz at second. At first is Josh Brown. Ball away, 1-0. Pickoff attempt, and they nail him. That is a fantastic 1-6 pickoff. Hunsaker tosses it over to Carranza for the final out of the inning. They catch Joe Ferentz for the second time in this game. It was a frame in which Seton Catholic scored 5 times. We played 5 full. 6-1 Sentinels. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Third base coach for the Apache Junction Prospectors walking out to third base as that first pitch is hit up the middle into center field. Base hit for Aiden De Leon, and the Prospectors have their leadoff man on. And for the Prospectors, yes, they're down 5, but at the same time, when you hit the ball, when you run, you do your thing, things can happen. This brings up Dylan Hunsaker. 1 for 2, he has scored the lone run for AJ. Peterson deals. Outside 1-0. Now this could be Dylan Hunsaker's last at-bat as a high school player. 1-0. Misses the bunt, 1-1. Umpire truly called it that he missed the attempt. He did not get the bat back, 1-1. There goes a runner. He got a late break. High bouncing ball. Second baseman Reese fields. The throw to first is in time as Hunsaker goes tumbling past the base. 4-3 put out. De Leon, because he was on the move with the pitch, is able to take second. That's that high Baltimore chop, they call it. Rhett Ruiz, the batter. Ruiz, another senior for Hunsaker's AJ Prospectors. Swing and a miss. Ruiz singled in the fourth, struck out in the second. 0-1 is right there, and nothing and 2. Peterson has had great control. He has not walked a batter tonight, or this afternoon, as I like to say. 0-2, he stays alive, fouls it off. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching here on the Seton Catholic YouTube link or if you are attending this game in person. As you can see, a group of the fans behind home plate. They're also pushed along the first base and third base side as well. It's playoff baseball. 0-2 fouled off. And let's say things go to form, to seed, with the higher teams winning. We'll get into that after this pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing, slow bouncing ball, charging is the third baseman Stevenson on the run. He throws on the first in time. 5-3 put out. De Leon staying at second. 2 gone for Jaden Montalvo, the catcher. If number 4, Gilbert Christian, defeats number 13, Odyssey Institute, and Seton Catholic holds on to their 5-run lead here, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m., that game would be at Gilbert Christian. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Del Rosario. Gilbert Christian, the Knights, they play their home games over at Titan Solar Park, which is essentially Pecos and Greenfield. One would have to look at a map, but it's not too far from Gilbert Christian High School itself, but it's not directly on campus. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Now, if Odyssey Institute defeats Gilbert Christian, that game, of course, going on right now as we speak, and Seton Catholic holds on to win this game right here on Saturday at 2 o'clock, they would host Odyssey Institute. 1-1, fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And then the winner of that reaches the final 4 of 3A, in which you're involved in a 2-out-of-3 series. But let's not get into that. Let's see how far these Sentinels can go. Peterson ahead in the count, 1-2. Swing, bouncing ball, foul. As we said, the Prospectors have won their last 3, including a win over Chino Valley, 9-0 last Wednesday, to advance to this round. Kind of that play-in round that the AIA has before they get into what they deem the official state tournament. 1-2. That is ruled a ball. 2-2. That's Aiden De Leon, number 1 on second base. Peterson has thrown very, very well. 2-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Max Peterson has struck out 7. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left. We'll move to the last of the 6. 6-1 Seton Catholic. This is Seton Catholic Baseball. Aiden Mead is the new pitcher for the Apache Junction Prospectors. Mead is the senior. Dylan Hunsaker's afternoon is over on the hill. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned if I'm correct. Walked 8 and struck out 7. Brady Stevenson will lead off the 6th inning. First pitch is popped up over my head, foul, 0-1. He was on base when Joe Ferentz was picked off. Full windup for Aiden Mead. That is a ball, 1-1. Mead, another senior, playing perhaps his last game, 1-1. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Straightaway outfield, normal depth for the infield. Third baseman in on the grass now as that pitch is hit high in the air. Lish comes in along with Blackwood backing up. It is going to drop between the two of them. Single for Brady Stevenson. Base hit for the Seton Catholic third baseman. And that's one of those things where communication is important. Right fielder comes in, second baseman goes out. Neither calls for it. And Chase Reeves is the hitter. Reeves 1 for 2. Strike 0-1. Reeves looks at the ball. Reeves with 26 hits on the season. Essentially the team leader in hits. He's 1 behind Jackson Minnis. And he fouls that into the netting in front of us. Minnis has 27, Reeves with 26. Which is why they hit 3-4 in the lineup. Still plenty of daylight. The days just get longer and longer these days. Great to be out here in Arizona. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 hit on the ground, shortstop. Carranza boots it once and throws it away. And all hands are going to be safe. That's going to be an E6. That should have been played in some way, shape, or form. Force play, but it does not convert. And Jax Minnis is the hitter. Minnis 1 for 3, RBI single in the 5th inning. Seton Catholic with a chance to really bust this game open now. First pitch, misses low, 1-0. Minnis going off to McAllister College in Minnesota next year. 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Always great to see guys, as we said early in this broadcast, just go on to college and sometime get to play at the next level, explore and with different parts of the country. Del Rosario going off to school in South Carolina. 2 balls and 1 strike. De Leon's pitch, swing, and that is hit well into right field, and that is going to be caught by Lish for out number 1. 1 gone. Minnis hit it well, but Lish made a good play on it. T. Del Rosario is the next batter. As we said, he's going off to college in a small school in South Carolina next year. 1 for 1 with a pair of walks in this game. First pitch gets past the catcher, and that wild pitch will allow Rees to take second, and moving down to third is Stevenson. Del Rosario officially is 2 for 5 against AJ this year. So yeah, you could say he's a 400 hitter. Full windup for De Leon. Upstairs. And while we talked about these young men going off to college, they've got some work to do beforehand. They want to stay together as long as they can. 2-0 up and in, 3 balls and no strikes. They want to play on Saturday. They want that 2 out of 3. Of course, they'd love to conclude their season at Tempe Diablo. 3-0. It's a strike, 3-1. There's plenty of baseball before that, though. A lot of games. That is ball for a close but no cigar. Del Rosario works out the walk. The bases are loaded. And we'll see if Del Rosario is going to stay or if he's going to go. And I believe that is going to be another courtesy runner, Alex Gherkin. Alec Gherkin, the freshman, is going to be the courtesy runner. So Gherkin getting his chance to play in a varsity game. Courtesy runner in a playoff game. Gherkin at first, Rees at second, Stevenson at third, PJ Rafford, he's 1 for 3 officially. First pitch, out of the zone, 1 ball and no strikes. He scored a run in that big 5th inning to help push this game. It's not lopsided by any means, but to push this game more into Seton's favor. Swing, and he fouls that off and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rafford 3 for 7 against Apache Junction this season. He hits them well. 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dylan Hunsiker started for Apache Junction. He went 5 innings. Aiden Mead in relief. Stevenson, Rees, and Gherkin, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. 2-1. Swing, it's fouled off. And as we've said, plenty of daylight and plenty of action in this Seton Catholic Athletic complex. They've got spring football practice happening the adjacent field next to us. 2-2. Called strike 3. That was a good breaking pitch. First strikeout of the game for Mead. 2 gone, and Noah Donovan will be the batter. Donovan delivered a 2-run single in the 5th inning. Big point in the game. Scored a couple of runs, as we said, and had the controversial play in which Rafford was safe at third on that play. Ball bounces backwards towards us, 0-1. Full windup for the senior Aiden Mead. 1 ball and 1 strike. Another great day for baseball here in Chandler, Arizona. One, and that is hammered into left field, and that is going to be run down by De Leon for the final out of the inning. 6-1, Seton Catholic. We'll move to the top of the 7th. This is Seton Catholic baseball. Max Peterson going for the complete game. Dylan Blackwood, Aiden Mead, and Austin Sherman, the first three. First pitch, high bouncing ball, shortstop Ruiz fields and throws on to first in time. One gone. Austin Sherman will be the batter. Actually, excuse me, Aiden Mead will be the batter. Austin Sherman is on deck. Mead has struck out both times against Peterson. First pitch, strike. Looks like Seton Catholic will move on and face either Odyssey Institute or Gilbert Christian. 0-1, hit high in the air center field. Ferentz is under it. He makes the one-handed grab for out number 2. 2 gone, and the Prospectors' season rests on the shoulders of Austin Sherman. Sherman lined out to Rees in the third at second base and singled in the fifth. First pitch is hit on the ground. Bouncing ball, Ruiz, the throw to first, and this contest is over. To the Seton Catholic Sentinels, they defeat and eliminate the Apache Junction Prospectors by a score of 6-1. We'll get to see the proverbial handshake line, but for Seton Catholic, good victory. It was a 1-1 game until Seton Catholic scored 5 times in that 5th inning to advance. Always a good sign of sportsmanship. And for the Sentinels, they improved their record to 19 wins and 9 losses. And you see some of the Apache Junction fans. They've made the road trip, and indeed they will applaud their team that, unfortunately for the Prospectors, they came up short and their season ends at 13 wins and 11 losses. For Seton Catholic, 19-9. Max Peterson had a fantastic game. He goes the whole way. He is the winning pitcher, and the losing pitcher, the pitcher that suffers the loss, is Dylan Hunsicker. So for Seton Catholic, their next game will be against either Gilbert Christian or Odyssey Institute, either the Knights or the Minotaur. That actually is a night game. That will start at 6:30 this evening. Again, if Gilbert Christian wins, it will be Seton Catholic traveling over to Titan Solar Park to take on the Knights. If Odyssey Institute wins, looks like it would be a Saturday afternoon game here against Odyssey Institute. Either way, the Sentinels will be playing on Saturday in the quarterfinals of the 3A State Baseball Championship. Special thanks to Paulo Hutchison, who just does a magnificent job as we get a look at the traditional post-game huddle, and Coach Brian Stevenson, leading that huddle as they will talk about, hey, good work, but we have some more work to do. That is always a great sign. As you see, yes, they're positioned right in front of the home of the Sentinel sign. My name is Brett Quinton. We'll see you guys next week. Seton Catholic wins it 6-1.